So I'm going to get the recording started. Perfect. So welcome everybody to Lyrical Exercise, Creative Writing Through Hip Hop for Teens. We're so excited to have our friend Royce Handy back in the library virtually with us. So I'm going to turn it over to him. I'm going to be watching the chat and the participants. So just let me know if you have any questions and I will turn it over to our pal.
All right, what's up, everybody? Definitely thank you for logging in. So we're briefly gonna go through an introduction about me, about hip hop and its and rap and its relation to the other creative writing art forms, and the importance of rhyme and things of that nature. And then this is going to be more of an interactive Zoom class. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch a video about how to count bars and how to basically put together rhymes. And I'm gonna give it kind of an example of how I do it as a writer. I know all writers are different and do different things. I'm gonna give an example of what I do, but I want to allow space for us to actually um, try to come up with some bars today, maybe 4 or 5 bars, something easy like, what's your name, who you are, where you're from. You don't have to share anything like that if you don't want to, but I do want us to write and to, just take a pick at writing some bars. You want to get started? I'm going to just share a quick PowerPoint. Sorry, I got some gnats around here. A quick PowerPoint about me and the type of work I do as a artist and as a um, I guess teacher or whatever, and kind of the work I've been doing in my city, and kind of how I got started, creating my hip hop program, etc. And then we'll keep it moving. So here we go. All right. All right, so me and my good friend Cortez Marcel, we created a pop education program in 2017, kind of using our love for music, for performing, my love for writing, his love for the technology part of it, and kind of put it together and created a program for Kansas City youth, middle school age and high school age students, but we worked with elementary age as well. So who I am specifically, recording artist. I've toured. I've played in over 30 cities. I have a local band called New Black City. It's like jazz, hip hop, R&B, soul all together. Hip hop entrepreneur. Started We Are Rap, the hip hop program, and we also started a monthly hip hop open mic in the city called Rap Asylum. And our goal was to give young up and coming artists a chance to perform, to sell tickets, to get paid for their first show. And we did that for about a year. And then we brought in a bigger name artist from St. Louis named Pink Caravan. We brought her in to perform, and it was dope. So that was kind of like one of our last shows. But it was great just seeing other artists, up and coming artists, coming up and getting their first show, selling their first tickets, inviting their friends and family out and stuff like that. So also business owners and community leaders. We worked with various organizations, etc. So now how this thing got started and how I got started specifically. So I've been rapping since, man, a long time. And um so when I started to take music seriously and started really to record, I always wanted my music to reflect my community, and where I grew up, how I grew up, things of that nature. So I started partnering with community organizations, with performing at some of their events, performing at schools and things of that nature. Then they got bigger, started making like theme songs, holding classes, and doing like concerts for them and stuff. So, and I was focused mainly on the creative writing side, teaching students how to write a metaphor, how to write a simile, how to put a song together, etc. And I was working with City Union Mission up here in Kansas City. And when I linked up with Cortez, he was doing more of the technology side, showing students how to set up a studio, how to use a microphone, how to use Pro Tools, how to make beats, etc. So we got with Damian Daniels of Ad Hoc, and we created the We Are Rap pilot program. Now that picture you see is us with some of our students from our very first pilot program. We shot a music video and did a couple songs with them. And in the middle, the guy with the bow tie was the current mayor of Kansas City at that time, Mayor Sly James. He was the first person to give us a pilot program. So from us, taking what we had in our head and putting it down and creating a program to get the mayor's attention, that was pretty dope for us. So we just kept it going. And from there, we just grew it and grew it and grew it. And we've done stuff all over the region now with our program, but I just wanted to kind of give you a background of what I've done personally. And as a musician, I've like I said, toured in over 30 cities. I performed at festivals like South by Southwest, True False Film Festival, one of the biggest documentary festivals in America, and a few other things. I've been on NPR. I've worked with major brands like Under Armour, Intel, Brick TV out of New York, getting my music licensed and things of that nature. So it's been a great, for me, and coming from where I'm from, it's been a great career, I would say, building for myself with music and education, my love for working with youth and kind of putting it all together and still being able to enjoy being creative and learning at the same time. So try to hit on a little bit of that today. I'm gonna go ahead and share something else real quick. So, like I said, we're going to talk about rap and its a case for its place in the creative writing world. A lot of times, and lately it's been better because hip hop as an art form has been accepted and taught in the academic world, like in college and things like that. So it's been getting a better look. Plus, with its 40-year history, rap is being taken very seriously outside of it being one of the biggest genres in the world, just as an art form of the rap, the writing, the rhyming. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick, if you guys don't mind. All right, so rapping or rhyming, spitting, emceeing is a musical form of vocal delivery that incorporates rhyme, rhythmic speech, and street vernacular, which is performed or chanted in a variety of ways, usually over a beat, right? Historically, rap has often been denied as a true writing art form, although it shares the same techniques as any other creative writing style known as literary techniques. So you might have heard of those, right? So according to literary devices, literary devices.com, literary devices or literary techniques are specific structures that writers often use to add meaning or create more compelling stories for the reader, so making it interesting. Some common examples are metaphors, alliterations, hyperbole, imagery. I know everyone knows what a simile is, right? These techniques can give the reader a greater understanding and meaning of the writer's intent. And a few songs that I like as um it's like Tupac's, me and my girlfriend song being a parallel, being a personification. You got multiple songs by Kendrick Lamar, by Eminem, and Lupe Fiasco, artists like that who really are able to bring out the best in creative writing in hip hop. Now, the first important thing that goes along with rap and the technique and all of that thing and all of those is flow. Flow is defined as the rhythm and rhymes of a hip hop song lyrics and how they interact. So it's the way that you carry yourself on the beat. It's the way that you hear A rapper on the beat is the way that he's going with the beat, right? So he got flow or she got flow, and it's often used to refer to elements of the delivery as well, your pitch and your volume, how loud you are, and the second piece, delivery, very important piece. A rapper must develop vocal presence, enunciation, and breath control. Vocal presence is the distinctiveness of a rapper's voice on the record. Enunciation is essential to a flowing rap. Some rappers choose to exaggerate it for comic and artistic effects. So, for instance, you have what they named a few years ago Mumble Rap, right? So you got like Lil Uzi Vert and Amigos and people that they would put in that category. Actually, you can kind of hear what they're saying if you listen, but they do a lot of those things on purpose for sound effects, for whatever reason. So that's more of with the delivery, how the rapper is putting his voice across on the record for you to hear. Now, with vocal presence and breath control, is very important for live performance. If anybody in here has ever been to a concert, of course, you want to hear the artist deliver the song. You might know it word for word, so you want to make sure. I mean, you don't want to make sure, but you want to, hear them saying it right. So vocal presence and breath control is very important. Being on stage, jumping around, and knowing how to still deliver while you're actually performing live. Then you have the different styles of rap. You have the chant used by Migos. It's the ad libs, it's the repetitive, saying the repetitive things over and over again, right? You have what they call the syncopated bounce or fast rapping, is used by Twista, Tech Nine, who's from Kansas City, Eminem. They rap real fast, just I can't rap fast. I never try because I always suck at it, but those artists are very good at it. Then you have the straightforward rap used by Tupac, T.I., Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg. This style of rap is like just what they say is like what they mean. Like they try to put their meaning up front so it can kind of hit you right there. So it's just straightforward. There's no like, there's not in their music. There's not a lot of um, things used to supplement the lyrics. They just say it, they just say what they mean. And it works very. That's why I think an artist like Tupac, who passed, so long ago, is still so relevant in the conversations of hip hop's best artists because of the way that he captured his audience by being so vocal about social issues, about his community and things of that nature. And he just said what was on his mind. So one of the last styles is called Rubik's Cube. It's used by Kendrick Lamar, Nas, Lupe, Eminem. And this is where how far rappers are pushing the limit of making words rhyme with other words that you didn't think that rhymed, or um, doing different rhyme schemes that no one has done before, like things of that nature. So it's the Rubik's Cube, like a Rubik's Cube putting this together. It's just all kind of things used to put one picture together. So Kendrick Lamar does that. I mean, Kendrick Lamar rhymes. He rhymes entire themes across albums. On his second album, A Good Kid, Mad City, he rapped about his friend being killed. On To Pimp a Butterfly, which was the follow to that, one of the songs, at the end of the song, he's rapping to a girl about the guy who's now in prison for killing his friend. So, like, to be an artist who thinks like that is really like really putting together a picture. So, I really like Kendrick too. That's one of my favorite artists. But last and most importantly, right now in today's age, is the singing rhythm style. This is melody. Everything right now is about the melody. That's why autotune is so popular for artists who can't really traditionally sing, but can maybe hold a note. You can use a little autotune and spice it up. And right now, Drake is probably the biggest artist with melodic rap. and you had classic artists who kind of started that with 50 Cent, Ja Rule, and DMX. But right now, I mean, almost every artist you hear on the radio or on TV or whatever, I mean, commercially, it's like you have to have some type of melody in there. Like melody is the biggest thing with hip hop right now. Now, next, as far as the actual like the technique of rap, this is probably the most important. The rhyme. So let's read it real quick. MCs use many different rhyming techniques, including complex rhyme schemes. As Adam Krims points out, the complexity involves multiple rhymes in the same rhyme complex section with consistently rhyming words. Internal rhymes, two words that rhyme inside of other rhymes. So you got like dog, cat, hat, fog, so like however they put it together, but it's internal rhymes um inside and offbeat rhymes. So if any of you all are G Herbo fans, I love G Herbo. They say G Herbo raps offbeat. I don't think he raps offbeat. I think that he has a very unique style, but that's just me. Now, there's also a widespread use of multi-syllable rhymes. So every syllable in a word rhyming with another word that may have the same syllables or less or more, but each one is rhyming with another one. Or Eminem does that a lot. It has been noted that rap's use of rhyme is some of the most advanced in all forms of poetry. Music scholar Adam Bradley notes that rap rhymes so much and with such variety that it is now the largest and richest contemporary archive of rhymed words. It has done more than any other art form in recent history to expand rhyme's formal range and expressive possibilities. Rhyme is often thought to be the most important factor in rap writing because rhyme is what gives rap lyrics their musicality. So the reason that the rhyme is so important because it separates it from the rest of creative art forms as being able to take lyrics and give them musicality. So like nursery rhymes, like the wheels on the bus go round and round. We learn those by those repetitive rhymes. We just keep going, keep going, and keep going. And rap does the same thing. So when a rapper is on the first bar saying a word, or no, he might on the second or the third or the fourth bar say the same word, and it's easier to follow along with the music, but also to memorize it and to know it word for word. And we'll talk about that with a video I'm gonna show here in a minute. Now, let me see. I'm not even gonna get into that. Yeah, I think really, the rhyme, the different styles, the delivery, and the flow, as far as creating and performing the rap, is like one of the most important things. But that rhyme, seeing how much um, it is important to rap and how rap has pushed the limits of what can rhyme together, what words can rhyme, and you know what themes that you can put together that rhyme and make sense. So with me, for instance, the way that I write, I'm a very themed rapper. So I might hear a beat and like be inspired to write something, or I might be riding down the street and see something, but I have to have some type of theme or some type of subject that I'm contemplating on to rap about. Now I might freestyle to catch, how I want to write it, but I kind of know what I'm about to talk about. So how I do it is like I always have my theme like in the middle. So this is the middle. Let's say that I want to make a song about trees for Arbor Day. Okay, and so in the middle, I would have trees. That's my major theme. Now on the outside of this circle, kind of pointing out, are these little circles of all of these things that um, describe or talk about what a tree is. So that's how I write. So first I'm gonna come up with my theme, then I'm gonna come up with, okay, what can I use that describes what a tree is? And then the last part of how I layer it is, what can I use that rhymes with these themes that describe the tree, right? So if we're talking about trees, we got dirt, we got soil, we got um what we got, y'all? We got sunlight, we got water, we got all of these things, right? Now, um, let's say I take soil or something. So, I'm like a tree coming up from the soil. That's my first rhyming word. So now I'm gonna take soil and I'm gonna kind of build the verse up into what I'm trying to explain. But I'm gonna use that word and whatever comes with soil, foil or toil. Look, toil. See, I'm like a tree coming up from the soil in the dirt. I toiled. I'm just saying, like that's how I would create, and that's how I do create. Like I try to make it make sense to me, and makes me feel better about relaying a message over to the listener. So, and with that, like I kind of create my bars. Like I don't when I write my bars, I don't count them at first. It's like I know sometime where the measurement is in the beat of the song. So I go off of that. I go off of the beat. I go off of when the snare hits or when the kick or when the hi-hat comes in or when the beat breaks down. But a good way to count the bars and to know where you're at on the beat is to learn how to count them. So we're gonna watch a video real quick to learn how to count bars in a very simple way to get us ready to start writing our own and see what we come up with. So if you ever heard anybody say, "Ooh, he got bars, he can rap," or etc., it's more than just that. It's an actual musical measurement, and we're about to learn all about it right here. Oh, let me do that again. Make sure my sound is on. All right, here we go.
Genesis B back with another episode of Bars and Blue Cups. This episode, I'm going to be teaching y'all how to write your first 16 bar rap verse. Even if you don't rap, challenge yourself, have some fun with it. What else you got to do right now? I guarantee you by the end of this video, you're going to have a hot 16 bar verse ready to record, ready to share with your friends, ready to practice in your mirror 10 times in a row each morning you wake up, because you're going to be the greatest of all time. I know y'all probably wondering why I'm always calling you the greatest of all time in every video. Just understand that greatness has nothing to do with your accomplishments or your accolades. Greatness is a state of mind. If you set out to do anything new, any craft, then you set out to perfect that craft. You set out to be the greatest in that craft. You are your only competition. If you're not willing to put your all 100% into everything, don't even pick it up. That's my philosophy anyway. I truly do believe in you. I believe in your capability and your potential to be the greatest at anything that you put your mind to. But first, you have to be disciplined and you have to start with the basics and the fundamentals. So this is what I'm teaching you. But as this series rolls on, I will delve more into the mentality of greatness and how you can achieve your inner greatness. For now, here's the basics before I throw you out to the wolves, okay? All right, let's get right into it. In the last episode, I taught you how to count bars. So a 16 bar rap verse, make sure you watch that video first before we get started. The key is to just start with 4 bars at a time. 4 times 4 equals 16. So for the sake of this tutorial, I want you to kind of choose an easy topic. It doesn't have to be like a traumatic experience you went through or struggle or anything like that. You could talk about your favorite fruit. Talk about your favorite sport. The easiest way to do this is for you to write to a beat that's already completed, because the beat is gonna have that structure for you. It's gonna make it a lot easier, especially if this is just your first time. So go to the link below in the description and listen to this beat. I have it pulled up here. You don't have to pay for it. You can just stream it and listen to it and write to it, rewind it when you need to. You don't have to pay for it. So go to the link below and give me 1 second. All right, so you have your notebook, you have the beat pulled up. If you listen to the beat while you pause the video, you'll notice that the intro is kind of long. So we're gonna jump to point 2-3 of this song. And it comes in like this. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So this particular beat has a slower tempo than usual, so you can also count the bars like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. It just depends on how you want to write it. If you're not sure how long a verse is within the beat, listen to different cues that the producer is giving you. A lot of times around the 8th bar, you'll start to hear a snare or a hi-hat pick up. It's like pushing the momentum of the verse towards either the bridge or the chorus. When you hear all of the instruments kind of converging together and it's a little, climatic, that's usually the verse portion. So that will also give you a sign or a cue that that's where your verse should end. For the purpose of this tutorial though, we're gonna stick with the faster count. Your only goal right now is to write the first 4 bars. So pause the video, take some time, write 4 bars telling me what your favorite sport is, what your favorite fruit is, or any other topic. If you just wanna talk like I like to do, talk about how fly you are, you could do that too. There's nothing wrong with that. Be confident, but be humble. I know you're probably thinking, Genesis, how do I write a rhyme within these 4 bars? I don't know where to start, where to begin. Think about it as 1 line per bar. And at the end of each of those lines, you're going to be rhyming with the previous line. Real simple. Here I go again, riding around with my friends in the drop top Benz, getting money then we spend. That's a way where you can have each bar rhyme. I'm just making this up, y'all. Another option is to have like a A-B rhyme. So the first and the third rhyme and the second and the fourth rhyme. So an example of that would be this. It would be something like this. I'm riding around town, vibing with my friends. I'm feeling kinda down, getting harder to pretend. So for the purpose of this tutorial, you can choose either way to write, but that's just an example of how you can structure your rhyme within those 4 bars. All right, so by this time you have bar 1 through 4 written.
All right, we're gonna stop right there. Now, I want us to do. I want us to try to write 4 bars. All right, so we just saw. Am I good? Am I good? Okay. It said my internet was unstable. All right. We just saw and learned how to come up with those bars. So I want us to try to come up with 4 bars. And I'm gonna make it real simple. We just want to come up with who you are, what's your name, where you from, what you want to do with your life, what you like to do, like describe you to us as if we were all in the same room. So I'm gonna pull that up and we're gonna take like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to try to come up with something, and then we'll kind of discuss, and I'll have open up for some questions for anyone who's got some questions. But I wanted this to really be hands-on and for us to kind of maybe write together and come up with something. And if anyone wants to share, you can share it. You don't have to, but that option is open as well. So I'm gonna pull this beat up and we're gonna get into it. All right. Hopefully that was enough time for anybody to come up with something. Did anybody write anything?
I did, but but it's not very good.
Oh, I see that in the chat. Yeah, I see that now. Oh, that mine is not great. I wasn't able to do it really hard. Oh, that's fine, man. I understand. I understand it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for me still. Anybody else? Oh, there we go. I got a little bit. All right, dope, dope. I got 12 lines done, but still working on the last 4. Oh, so you writing 16. All right. Not really kind of having a hard time. Gotcha. I get it. Um, the thing about, like, especially if you've never written a rap before, like, it's just kind of like for me, like, it's like natural now, so it's like learning a new thing, like, and it's like it's easy to like say you at school or something and you like freestyling with your friends being funny, but like to seriously sit down, write something, try to put something together, that's a little bit more difficult, like thinking about it. So I definitely understand, but I appreciate everybody even trying. uh okay, I've never written a rap, and here's mine. I'm from Hawaii, but now I'm from all over. Since I like to go everywhere, you might call me a rover. Dope. So that is. I'm from Hawaii, but now I'm all over. So I like to go everywhere, you might call me a rover. That is one bar. That's one bar. Right. That's good. No, that's 2 bars. Sorry, 2 bars. I'm from Hawaii, and now I'm from all over. Since I like to go everywhere, you might call me your road. So that'd be 2 bars. So 2 more. I had. I want to be like Kobe. Be lethal. Be lethal. I want them to know me. Stand out from the people. All right, now it's getting interesting. All right. Um. So this is dope, by the way. Now you got multiple things going on. All right. So we got a reference. We got pop culture reference to the great Kobe Bean Bryant, R.I.P. Kobe. I want to be like Kobe. So we already know what that means, right? We want to be great, be lethal. You know how Kobe was on the court, right? But this is the dope thing. You have an A B rhyme scheme. So where if you go above in the chat, Erica had basically a AA rhyme scheme. She only had 2 words rhyming with each other. You have Kobe, Nomi, Lethal, and People. So you ready to go. If you ask me, you ready to roll. Do that. That's only 2 bars, but still. I want to be like Kobe, be lethal. I want them to know me, stand out from the people. Yeah, that's dope. And like I'm saying, like with that reference to Kobe, that's gonna automatically grab somebody's attention. Like somebody hear the name Kobe, they already, you already know what to think. So that's dope. Appreciate that. Oh, we got another one. We got another one. All right. And forgive me if I'm not reading it the way that you wrote it. I'm just reading it how so I can make it rhyme to me, right? All right. Surrounded by these faces, but still feel alone. Go to all these places and act like a clone. All right, there we go again. AB, AB. um, and act like a clone. Don't know what to do. I'm trying to fit in. Got me feeling so blue, like I can never win. Like I can't ever win. I wish that I could think some thoughts of my own. I wish that I could blink and no longer be alone. So it's like rhymes, very relatable content. Um, and it's a lot. I mean, shoot, how many bars is that? It's around. Don't know. Trying to think. Anything good. Wish I can think. Six bars, I believe. Six bars. That's dope. I usually write pop music, so this is kind of weird. Sorry. Oh no, that's good. Pop music is dope too. Pop music is dope too, definitely. There you go. That's amazing. All right, we got another one down here. Oh man, flow so crazy. I don't know what to do. If I bring home an F, I'm gonna get smacked with a shoe. That's funny. Now, see, remember we was talking when I was talking about the rap, and it was talking about like people using like artistic effects to like just do whatever for the listener. Um, Also with subject matter, like all rap is not like serious. You know what I mean? Like people say funny things. People have jokes. There's comedic rap. People just have like one-liners in their rap just to like relate to the listener. You know what I mean? So like that's dope. That's dope too. Why is that so relatable? Right. That's good though. That's good. You expected for more. You know. So uh, I was gonna write something, but I always write something. I just wanted to see what y'all had.
That's not fair. You can't tell us you wrote something and then not share it. You got to give
No,
us
no,
some
no, no. I
inspiration.
didn't. I didn't write anything this time. I said
Oh,
usually like yeah, usually in these classes I'm always writing to try to like get everybody else to write, but they need to do it this time. Any questions from anyone um, about anything? You can type it in or whatever. Yeah. Stream. All
so I'd
right.
love to ask a question. Because some people said they found it really tough or they kind of couldn't find their way in. When you feel blocked like that, do you have any advice for a different place to get started?
Sometimes for me, it could be like if I'm feeling like I want to rap, like I want to come home, I want to write something today. I might play a beat and it might not be the one at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't come up to none to this, so I'll switch it and go to a different beat. So that beat that we wrote to, it was kind of it was a little chill, a little bit. You know, it had more of a I don't know. It was like middle ground, I guess. But it was an easy beat. It didn't have a lot going on, but it was just kind of laid back. And like sometimes you might need something a little bit more upbeat so you can feel it. Or I don't know, you might need a different inspiration. You might need something different to talk about. You might have something else. But so what I do is I just kind of write it out. I just kind of what I'll do is like if I have something and my phone, my notes are full of these, I have like one thing and I'll write it. And if I can't, then I might just be like, I'll come back. I'll use that for something else. So then when I come back, if I've got something I'm writing, I'll revisit those notes, say, you know what, this was a nice line. Let me see if I can fit it in. So sometimes it can be hard just to come up with the ideas. That's why I always like themes. Like what can I rap about? What will I rap about? Like what theme will I use to write this rap around? If that makes sense.
I know when I wasn't so much listening to the beat that you were playing. I just had more Run DMC in my head. So I was when I was saying it to myself, it was more of that Run DMC style.
You got you. Yeah, rap has evolved so much from that era of hip hop, but that is the foundation. The way that they rapped, it was so like in your face. Like it was like, oh, my internet. Is my internet breaking up again?
Yeah, it is.
All right, so like the way that they rapped was like everything was like so strong. So when it came across, like you knew, what I'm saying? You knew it was rap, and like that just kind of lasted for a long time. So that's kind of interesting to have that. So we got another question in the chat. This might be an odd question, but I really want to be a songwriter, singer someday. There are a few questions about writing and getting started. Would it be possible for you to give me an email or some form of contact? Um, just hit me up on social media. If you got social media, um, I'm usually on like Instagram and stuff or whatever. Hit me up with any questions or whatever.
Can you give us your social media handles?
Yeah. I'll type it in here. Oh shoot, how's it doing that? Oh, I'm tripping. All right. Let's see. Um, let's see. And if you just type in they call me salsa on Google, like it brings up all kind of stuff. Music videos I've done, interviews, my stuff with NPR, with Intel, all of that will come up. I got music on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, um, live.
So a couple more minutes left. If we've got any questions from any of you aspiring rappers, singers, songwriters.
Does anybody else? I know somebody mentioned pop music. Does anybody else do any other form of art, whether it's like drawing or dance or whatever?
And while we're waiting for anybody to respond, anybody who's a poet or storyteller and musician, we also every other month do poetry in motion. So everybody's welcome to come out and share for that.
I paint and draw. Oh yeah, dope. You know, I started off doing something else and end up doing something totally different. Like I used to draw when I was younger, and before I ever wrote a rap in my life, I could draw. Like I could see a picture of a Ninja Turtle or something and just draw it, you know. And I used to love drawing. When I started rapping, like I can't draw anymore. It's kind of weird. Maybe I could start trying. Oh, we got another rap. We got another couple bars in here. Hey, my name is Salih and I spit like crazy. Lucy Daisy. I forgot to tell you I'm a Chi-Town baby. That's hard. That's hard. So the thing about this, like the first rhyme goes immediately into another rhyme. So I don't know, it's just even though it rhymes with crazy, it takes a break from the regular pattern that it's on. So, hey, my name is Talia and I spit like crazy. Yeah, that's dope. All right, we got a couple minutes left. Any more questions? Yeah, I think we covered everything. Talked about rap and its place in the creative writing world, the power of literary techniques, the importance of rhyme, how it sets rap apart from other creative writing forms like poetry or writing a short story, etc. Talked about my personal writing style, and we created our own raps and learned how to count some bars. So I definitely hope you all enjoyed, and please tune in to what the library has to offer because it's really cool doing things like this. I wish my library was doing stuff like this, but we didn't have Zoom back then. So, I really appreciate everybody for tuning in and staying and participating.
Thank you so much. We so appreciate your talent and coming to join us from afar like this.
I'm sorry I couldn't hear you.
I said, thank you so much for bringing your talent and sharing it with us. We so appreciate you.
Last weekend I did an event with a library up here called Lit Up Fest. It's like a literature festival, and I met a few very popular youth authors and a couple illustrators. One guy who works for the Department of Defense and illustrates the programs for pilots who want to fly planes. He illustrates like on the software that they take home to do it virtually. He illustrates like things on top of it. It's kind of dope. So yeah, libraries are doing some great things. So make sure y'all tuned to Round Rock and what they got going on.
Thank you. And I am Erica. I'll just turn my video on again really fast. I'm the one who did the super lame Run DMC knockoff rhyme. So thank you everybody for joining us today. We'll also share the video to everybody who signed up and put it on our social media. So watch out for it too. So thank you. I'm going to end everything. Everybody take care. Have a happy Juneteenth.
All right.